Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day everyone. So today I would like to present a project entitled Adaptation of Modified Geosite Assessment Model, MGAM and Modified Quantitative Assessment Tools in Geoheritage Education. So my name is Nur Sufia Sulaiman. I'm from University Malaysia Kelantan. And this project has been conducted by my student and together with my colleagues together to actually identify geoheritage potential of Latamawo. So as introduction, the study area is located in Latamawo in Kampung Lawa, Jeli, Kelantan. So this area is actually the unique waterfall which is situated in the hidden deep forest. And even though it is quite rural, it still can attract the hikers and nature lovers to visit. So in this study, we are trying to combine two methods, the MGA methods, together with the one that we modified, the quantitative assessment tools to evaluate the geoheritage potential of Latamawa for education purpose. Okay, so as a problem statement, there are several methods for geoheritage potential assessment. Because of this, the variation of this method make it difficult for our student to choose the best method to apply for geoheritage potential assessment. So in order to make it easier for the student to actually identify which method is the best or which method can be good enough for their study or their project in the class, we actually came out with several combination methods to be taught in the class. And these calculation methods and these modified quantitative assessment tools based on the equation here is what we propose is one of the combination methods that we came out with. Okay, as a at the bottom part of the problem statement, after the problem statement, you can see here there's a geological map of the Kelantan, and there's maybe it's not really big, but there's a green box here showing that the Latamawo located. And this one will be the geological mapping of the Latamawo and the Kampung Lawa itself. Okay, it's composed of two different rocks formation. Yeah. Okay, for the project description, so as I mentioned before, we actually combine two methods. So the first methods, the first stage is the questionnaire based on the MGAM criteria. And then this survey or questionnaire has been distributed to the geological background person and also the non-geological background person. And the second one is the modified quantitative assessment tools. Why we call it as the modified? Because this one that I would like to highlight is the innovation that we came out with, where we came out with the new calculation in the pink box for the geoheritage potential equals to 0.3 scientific values times plus 0.25 scenic or aesthetic value plus 0.25 protection values divided by 4 and 0.1 functional value times 0.1 touristic values divided by 9 and times 100. So this is the thing that we would like to highlight, the modified quantitative assessment based on the criteria that have been proposed by the MGAM model. Okay, so as a result, the table 1 shows the result of the MGAM criteria based on the questionnaire that we distributed and based on the calculation that we got from the equation that we propose here. So as you can see, the difference between geological and non-geological background is only in the scenic and also the functional value rather than the scientific, protection, and touristic. So we can conclude here that our public is already been educated with the geoheritage or geosite. Yeah. However, sometimes they cannot differentiate between the scenic or aesthetic values of the area and also the functional value for certain area of the geosite. So the novelty that I can say here is the equation itself, the modified quantitative assessment tools here, the new equation that had been proposed in this study to calculate the overall geoheritage potential. So in the class, student can use this one. We will use this for the teaching and learning purpose, and it's actually focused on the small area, okay, small scale geosite, because usually the MGAM model is actually used for the relatively large area or the big area, and it had been distributed for the expert. But in this case, in this geoheritage education purpose, we actually focus on the geological background and non-geological background, the wide audience, the wide respondents, not only focus on this expert, we also focus on the non-expert as well. Okay, and the advantage is this proposed equation is important to teach the student how to assess the small geosite potential area. So the MGA method is usually, like I mentioned, it's usually used in the large scale area. For example, the part of the geopark, and for our proposed modified quantitative assessment, we use the criteria in the MGAM. However, we come out with the different equation to actually identify the geoheritage potential. So our student can benefit from this modified equation, so they can use in the class and also in the project, and maybe for the final year project to identify the geoheritage potential of certain area in a relatively small scale area. So I think that's all for me for this presentation. Thank you very much.